More than 1,600 British troops and airmen are committed to defending Belize against external aggression. Some privately wonder what they're doing here, 5,000 miles from home, in a country that went independent in 1981. The British garrison maintains a high profile. A Harrier, the ultimate deterrent to any Guatemalan threat, hits practice targets close to the border. Puma helicopters skim across mile upon mile of dense jungle. Below them, men of 2 para are on patrol. Troops vanish into the jungle for up to 11 days, living alongside deadly snakes and alligators that wallow in the swampland. For the army, Belize is a wonderful training ground. From a string of observation posts, troops look out across the border, monitoring every movement on the other side. They're policing a line on a map that in places cuts villages in half.
This is one of the few road crossings into Guatemala at the end of the Western Highway. On either side of the border, troops and local defense volunteers watch each other closely. It's a border that the Guatemalan government doesn't recognize, for to them, the separate country of Belize simply doesn't exist.
According to their map, Belize is merely a province of Guatemala. It's a view no other country shares, and with the British garrison in Belize, Guatemala's in no position to achieve its territorial ambitions by force. But how long will the British troops remain?
At the moment, the British government has agreed that we should stay for what is called an appropriate period. Now, of course, it's not for me to decide how long we stay. The only job of British Forces Belize and me as commander at the minute is to ensure that the Guatemalans do not attack. And I feel very confident that they are not going to, with the level of troops and the efficiency of the troops. And that's the troops of all 3 services that we have here at the minute.
Has the Falklands experience in any way changed the way the British government or the forces here regard their role?
No, I don't believe it has changed it at all. Our role was to defend Belize against external aggression. Before the Falklands, it is that same role. I believe what may have changed is the attitude to countries outside Belize who have seen the way that both the government and the services, if faced with the task of fighting, go about that job.
And do you think the Guatemalans have got the message?
I'm sure the Guatemalans have got the message.